Welcome to NASA Dasha. Today we will discuss the top 10 best science fiction shows that few fans are aware of. These choices will include a blend of modern science fiction series that many people haven't watched yet, as well as some vintage shows that are underrated or least talked about. So, if you are a sci-fi fan, you must watch these shows. They have outstanding concepts and inventive worlds that will exceed your expectations. Now let's start the video. Number 10. Roswell, New Mexico. It is a science fiction mystery series based on the Roswell High book series by Melinda Metz. The show centers on medical investigator Liz Ortecho, who comes back to her native city of Roswell and learned that her childhood friend Max, who is now a law enforcement officer, is an alien cloaking his true form. Following this startling revelation, Liz gets back in touch with Max and gets caught up in the mystery surrounding his extraterrestrial ancestry and the nation's pursuit of this information. Throughout the 4 seasons, the main characters deals with personal and extraterrestrial dangers that danger their lives, as well as Roswell's shaky truce between aliens and mankind. The narrative presents a new take on the sci-fi subgenre by fusing alien fascination with current issues in society. It brilliantly weaves the mystery of Max's past with the suspense of his human existence. The show's 4 engaging seasons integrate science fiction, romance, and political criticism into not so seamless but highly entertaining story. Number 9. Snowpiercer. It is a post-apocalyptic sci-fi thriller series based on the 2013 film of the same name. The drama takes place in the post-apocalyptic future, where the last survivors of mankind reside on a train that travels around the Earth continuously. The narrative starts shortly after the globe turns into an icy barren landscape and revolves around the Snowpiercer train, which is strictly classified based on class, with the rich and famous nobles residing in luxurious accommodations in the front section, and the less fortunate tailies crowded into filthy conditions at the back of the train. The main plot revolves around a rebellion developing within the tailies, commanded by retired investigator Andre Layton, while they battle for improved living circumstances and justice. Throughout the series, Andre and his group traverse the icy conditions of their surroundings, while battling for possession of the Snowpiercer, exposing larger mysteries and secrets concerning the freezing planet and the train's real goal. The show's core feature is its social criticism with a science fiction twist, which keeps the plot engaging throughout. Thus far, each season boasts strong storytelling and extensive world building, attracting audiences with its suspenseful plot and dramatic thought-provoking storyline. Number 8. Parallels. It is a science fiction adventure series created by Quoc Dang Tran. The narrative centers on 4 friends whose existences are abruptly changed after an unidentified science experiment causes a time abnormality that divides the world into separate dimensions. In these various universes, the friends find themselves separated and presented with multiple incarnations of their lives, each formed by unique decisions and situations. The narrative tracks them as they come to terms with the changes in their lives and try to figure out how to get back together and go back to the original timeline. The show tells an absorbing and dramatic tale of friendship, fate, and the fallout from changing the course of time. It is exceptional in fusing mystery and dramatic sentiment to create an engaging narrative that holds viewers' attention as the characters work to put a stop to the mayhem the experiment has caused. The story stands out because it is an engrossing examination of how experimental science affects individuals as well as their private lives. Number 7. Missions. It is a sci-fi adventure drama series created by Ami Cohen, Henry de Buerm, and Julian Lacombe. The show is about an extraordinary space research mission to Mars called Ulysses, which took off from Earth. The story follows famous astronaut William Meyer and his crew of a broad mix of engineers, scientists, and specialists. Their major mission is to explore an enigmatic previous failed mission, the Seraphim, which disappeared years ago under inexplicable circumstances. As the Ulysses group travels towards Mars, they face an unsettling presence of unexplainable occurrences that hint they may not be alone in the expanse of space. The show skillfully combines aspects of human drama, mystery, and suspense as the team deals with their trip and learns mysteries about Mars, the truth of an earlier mission, and the secrets of their very own members. The show stands out for the way it skillfully strikes a balance between darker subjects of human determination and adventurous space travel. For those who enjoy both insightful stories and space exploration, Missions is a must-watch. Number 6. Westworld. It is a dystopian science fiction western series based on the 1973 film of the same name, written by Michael Crichton. Just so you know, this is the only show on this list that was cancelled after 3 seasons. It's my particular favorite, and it is a must-see for science fiction fans. The first season takes place in Westworld, a future theme park where visitors are able to carry out their greatest desires in an incredibly authentic Western setting, inhabited by machines that are realistic and referred to as hosts. On the other side, the hosts have been set up to follow narration cycles and reboot following every conversation with their visitors, leaving no record of what they experienced. The main plot is around Dolores Abernathy, the park's eldest host, and her quest for self-awareness. Meanwhile, Bernard Lowe, the chief of the development section, has some dark secrets of his own, while a strange visitor becomes preoccupied with discovering Westworld's underlying mysteries. The next two seasons broaden the reach of the story outside the park, investigating the consequences of sophisticated machine learning and the nature of mankind. The show's strongest aspects are its detailed storytelling, noteworthy growth in characters, and examination of profound philosophical concepts. It provokes thought about the essence of existence and the moral limits of innovation that will make you think. Number 5. Halo. It is a science fiction action series based on the video game franchise of the same name, created by Bungie. The show takes place in the 26th century where mankind becomes involved in a conflict with an extraterrestrial organization called the Covenant. The story centers on Master Chief, a super soldier nicknamed Spartan, who serves with the United Nations Space Command. The narrative revolves around Master Chief's quest to solve the secrets concerning the Halo, a collection of ring-shaped structures dispersed around the universe that are extremely powerful and have the ability to tip the scales in the direction of mankind. However, as Master Chief navigates different fights and confrontations with Covenant soldiers and other groups, he discovers secrets that question the viewpoint of Halo and its founders. The show examines the dark corners of the mythology surrounding the Halo game universe, while addressing issues of conflict, sacrifice, and advanced technology. There have been 2 seasons of the show so far, and the first one was not well received by viewers or gamers. But the second is much superior, and you will enjoy it for sure. Fans of the game series, and newbies alike, will enjoy the compelling character-driven plot and explosive combat scenes in both seasons. The show does a great job of capturing the vast, action-packed, and visually spectacular sci-fi universe of Halo. Number 4. Babylon 5. It is a space sci-fi adventure series created by J. Michael Straczynski. The show spans 5 seasons and has been set on Babylon 5, a gigantic space station that acts as a center for trade, diplomatic ties, and cross-cultural interaction amongst many extraterrestrial species. The station is run by the Earth Federation and holds participants from different intergalactic countries, making it an important hub to preserve order and security. The first primary focus is on Commander Jeffrey Sinclair, who oversees the personnel of the station and deals with tensions among powerful intergalactic authorities, conspiracy theories, and the development of prehistoric prophecies that could transform the solar system. The show has not been viewed by many sci-fi fans simply because it was released in 1994. It was revolutionary for its time owing to its complex narrative, character development, and sequential story structure. It addressed difficult issues of politics, religion, and social transformation in a vividly created setting. Because of its epic scale and fascinating examination of humanity's place in a large and diverse universe, the series is still regarded as a classic among science fiction fans. Number 3. Cyberpunk Edgerunners. It is a cyberpunk animated miniseries based on the video game Cyberpunk 2077. The show revolves around Night City, a technologically advanced city infamous for its powerful cybernetic modifications, criminal activity, and widespread violence. The plot revolves around David Martinez, a homeless boy trying to make it in the nightmarish environment of Night City. Following a personal loss, David makes the decision to turn into an edgerunner, a professional criminal who takes on risky tasks that frequently contain fighting, security breaches, and high-stakes robberies. Over the course of the show, David traverses the perilous Night City environment while fending off attacks from other gangs, major business entities, and the constant threat of cyberpsychosis, a mental illness brought on by the overuse of artificial modification. The show dives into the brutal reality of a cyberpunk society, in which the distinction separating humans and machines becomes more muddled. The major features are its strong action and dynamic animation, which provide an engrossing experience that captures the core concepts of the cyberpunk genre, and tells a very personal narrative about a young man's quest to find his way in an unstable society. Number 2. Heroes. It is a superhero sci-fi drama series created by Tim Kring. This was a classic of its time, although its quality fell in later seasons, but overall it was an extremely fun series. The plot centers on a number of key characters whose lives cross paths as they learn to accept their newly acquired powers and work through the challenges of being heroes in a society that frequently overlooks and hates them. The story features Peter Petrelli, who has the ability to absorb the skills of others, Hiro Nakamura, who is capable of manipulating time and space, Claire Bennett, who is unbreakable, and many others with different powers. As they struggle with their gifts, they are forced to face the enigmatic entity known as the Company, which attempts to dominate people with abilities. The show employs a multi-narrative format, alternating between the lives of several characters, as they learn they are part of a greater plan, and glimpses of an approaching crisis. Every season offers catching storylines, detailed character development, distinct storytelling, and unique perspectives on the superhero genre that set it apart from other television series of the era. Despite various changes in storytelling since the second season, the show remains interesting due to its inventive concept and engaging character journeys. Number 1. Severance. That is an sci-fi psychological thriller series created by Dan Erickson. The show takes place in a futuristic workplace and revolves around a shadowy corporation called Lumen Industries, which provides its workers with a unique advantage called severance, a surgical operation that divides recollections of their private lives from those of their job. Employees that receive severance have the ability to work thoroughly and productively during business hours and lose all memory of their job when they exit the workplace. The narrative centers on Mark Scout, an employee of Lumen Industries, as he begins to learn unsettling truths regarding the company's real goals and the severance process. The narrative looks into the psychological consequences of isolating work-from-home life and blurs the boundaries between control and realism. The show highlights the compromises that individuals undertake for career success and the unspoken consequences of business culture through a provocative story that blends parts of science fiction, thrillers, and futuristic drama.